Okay, guys, so I was thinking of creating a maxi PowerPoint of the likes of which you've never seen before. Something crazy. I was talking about going into detail, but I thought it would be a bit confusing because I know that's not the type of videos that I enjoy taking. Of course, PowerPoints just bore me to death. So what I've decided to do is I am going to explain the differences in ads in this PowerPoint and the famous hack that I love so much. Um, but I'm not going to go too much into detail. The reason for that is I'm going to cover everything else in the videos as I demonstrate. I think that's easier for you to to see and kind of get into it. Okay, so if you don't like this way of doing things, then you can let me know. You can send me an email or whatnot. I always aim to improve my courses. Okay, so two types of ads. First one are in-display ads. So those are the ads, and I'm going to show example for each and create an ad for each type of ad. But when you enter a keyword in the search bar, your ad will display alongside another. That's because two ads show up before the actual search results, which I think on AdWords it's three at most. I don't know, doesn't matter. AdWords is a thing of the past. So this, yeah, it really is. By the way, AdWords is a thing of the past. It's YouTube all the way. Okay, YouTube now and ever. So this is search advertising, and it converts very well on average. If you've done any type of advertising before, you know that search converts well because you really just you find for someone to Google a problem or search for a problem, then you put a solution right in front of them. It just converts well all year round. So targeting can be quite tight. Again, we're going to convert in another video, but I'm going to show you why keyword targeting is pretty much the only thing you need when you create an in-display ad. So that means that you can pretty much forget countries, etc. Unless, of course, you're running a geo-specific offer, then in which case you absolutely cannot overlook the geos. But we can overlook gender, we can overlook interests with just keywords, and it's usually good enough. So long videos work wonders here and need to convey real value. So when someone is going to click on your ad, it's because they don't really they know it's an ad, but on the other hand, they know it's also a video and they want to watch a video, right? So I've seen that, and you're going to see that also in the course. Some people create in-display ads that are 30 seconds long and that are basically just a sales pitch. And that's awful. That's a really bad way of doing things. Because someone's looking for a real solution, he clicks on something and it turns out to be a boring ad. So the way you do this, the way you create your ad is by basically making it not sound like an ad. My in-display videos are usually 20 minutes long, and I give value, I explain people a process, I solve their problem at least partially, and then I get them to pay or join my list, or I get to do my marketing things, but after giving value. Visitors will land on your video page, at which point you still need to funnel them to your website affiliate link. That's a difficult part. It really is. And it's going to depend on whether or not your video is good. Okay, the better your video, the more steam it's going to pick up, the more momentum, and people are going to comment, people are going to say how much you love it, and people are going to eventually click on links and end up on your website, okay, or affiliate link, whatever. But the fact is, you still need to get people off of YouTube, which can be, a bit hard. But this all evens out when you know the cost of these ads, which is ridiculous. I've never paid, I think, or barely ever paid more than 3 cents, 3 pennies for a view. And I'm talking high competition keywords, high competition countries like the USA, and high competition everything, okay? And yet I usually pay on average, a penny per view, which is insane. And I managed to get around 1 person in 10 to click on my link. So that ends up being a 10 cents, cost per click, which, you can find 1 penny cost per click on some traffic sources, but they just don't convert. This traffic is red hot. Okay, people click because they really, really want to join your list or get whatever you're giving to them. So it's very high traffic. And if you can't manage to get a profit off that traffic, then something's wrong with your funnel. And yeah, so these ads are extremely cheap. And by the way, even if someone lands on your video and doesn't click to leave YouTube and go to your website or your affiliate link, you still get a lot of value because the ad in itself, your video is going to get all of these organic views, no, excuse me, your advertising views, which in turn are going to lead to even more organic views. And we're going to really explore that because it's huge. It's huge. And as a matter of fact, every view on average that I purchase turns to 3 or 4 views later on because the video picks up momentum and gets found by by everyday browsers and not people that enter keywords especially. So really good. In-stream ads. Those are the beasts that I love to tame. I have better results with in-display ads, but I like in-stream ads better because they're so awesome. So your video will play before the video your target intended to watch. So someone clicks on a video, here goes your ad, and you have 5 seconds to get their attention. Okay, this is interruption, marketing, but on YouTube still converts well. The reason for that is you can target really well, and we're going to go into detail. For example, you're selling a book teaching people about real estate. Okay, you know so much about real estate. You've put it in a book. It's so good, and it's only $7 or whatever. And someone's watching a video that's called Beginner's Guide to Real Estate. That's it, Beginner's Guide to Real Estate. And you click on that video. It's going to watch it. And you put an ad in front of him that offers him, hey guy, you want a free ebook about, selling on real estate? There's much to bet that someone is going to click on it. As a matter of fact, my data shows me that people click on it all the time. So even though it's interruption marketing, the targeting for these ads can be so insane that it usually doesn't matter. It's almost as good as search traffic, but interruption marketing. Short videos are the only way to go with these ads. So those you need to think of those as TV ads, but not at all. Like, it doesn't really make sense. But your video is going to be anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes long, and 2 minutes is the absolute most. I mean, my ads usually 40 seconds long, and they go well. There is a blueprint you must follow to get a positive return on investment. So I'm going to lay that down very carefully. You'll probably even have a text file to go with it. It's really easy, but you need to follow it. It goes like this, in the first 5 seconds, capture attention. The first 8 seconds, ask people to skip your video. Okay, that may sound weird, but it's not. Ask people to skip your video if they're not interested. And then from 8 seconds to 30 seconds, get people to click. Okay, give value, get people to click. That's the blueprint, but we're going to go into detail about it. If a viewer skips before 30 seconds, you don't pay anything. That's why you actually want people to click, to skip. If someone watches your video, it goes 20 seconds of your ad, and then decides, okay, I don't like this, it skips, you don't pay anything. So, if someone's on the edge of whether or not to keep watching your ad, because, they might be interested, but not really, or they might just be high, you actually want them to skip, so you don't pay anything. And viewers who click on your ad will land on your desired landing page. So, well, either a landing page or a video. So you can absolutely funnel people to videos, to YouTube videos, but you can also, on the other hand, send them to a very well crafted, but unfortunately Google compliant landing page, which we're going again to walk you through this course. We're giving you a lot, guys. So yeah. So what's the hack? Maybe you figured it out by now, but if a viewer clicks on your ad before 30 seconds have passed, you get the click for free. And this happens as you are not charged for clicks, but indeed for views. So if you have an ad set up as an in-stream ad, and it starts to interrupt people's videos, right? It's in front of videos. If someone watches less than 30 seconds of your ad and decides to click on it, it's going to land on your website and you're not going to pay, because Google is only going to charge. Google, apparently for some reason, they don't care about clicks, they care about views. So if someone watches 30 seconds of your video, you get charged. You get charged, I don't know, 3 cents, 4 cents, whatever the cost. But if someone clicks on it and doesn't watch 30 seconds, you're not counted for a view, but you get a click. So at the end of the day, you're not going to run a million click campaign for $0. It doesn't happen, okay? You're going to still have a cost per click. It's not going to be a cost per click, but it's going to be, how much you spend divided by how many clicks you get. It's just going to be that. But it's pretty cool to see that you can get Indeed clicks for free, and I've managed to get really, really, really cheap clicks with this. So it's pretty cool. So in this course, we're not going to mostly focus on one ad. I'm going to tell you from the get-go that, in my opinion, if you're just getting started, and if you're also interested in growing a channel, if you're also interested in building an audience, in display ads are probably going to be better as they get better over time. But again, you get to choose which one you go with first. Okay, so I think if you don't really have anything of value to give to people, you should go with in-stream ads. But then again, you should not be the type of person to not have any value to give to people. Anyways, we're going to start right now with in-display ads. So those are the long videos, the search videos. We're going to start with this one in the next lesson, and I hope you guys will enjoy the ride and that you learn something.